Confidence isn't a gift, it's a weapon. And right now, you're unarmed. The world doesn't care about your feelings. It bows to those who act fearless, even when they're terrified. Machiavelli knew this 500 years ago. You want respect? Power? Then stop waiting to feel ready. Steal confidence. Own the room, starting now. Let's get one thing straight. Life isn't fair. The loud, the bold, the shameless, they win. The quiet, the nice, the wait until I'm ready people, they get eaten alive. Confidence isn't magic, it's strategy. And Machiavelli wrote the playbook 500 years ago. He knew power doesn't go to the best, it goes to the bold. Today, I'll show you how to use his ruthless wisdom to become dangerously confident. Not fake confidence, real dominance. But fair warning, once you learn this, you can't unlearn it. Ready? Let's begin. You've been lied to your whole life about confidence. They told you it's natural, something you're born with, like eye color or height. Wrong. That myth keeps people weak. Confidence isn't genetic, it's engineered. It's a mask. And here's the dirty little secret. The people you think are confident, most of them were terrified the first time they walked into the room. The difference, they didn't wait to feel ready. They acted. They played the role, and everyone bought it. Here's why this matters. If you're waiting for confidence to show up one day, you'll be waiting forever. It's not coming. The world isn't going to send you an invitation to be powerful. You have to take it. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. He wrote, "Men judge more by the eye than by the hand." Translation, people believe what they see, not what you feel inside. If you look strong, they treat you as strong. If you look unsure, they smell fear like blood in the water. Think about this. A CEO walks into a boardroom. He's nervous, heart pounding. But he walks tall, speaks slow, and makes eye contact. Does anyone know he's nervous? No. They see authority. They see a leader. Why? Because he acts before he feels ready. This is the first rule of confidence. It's an illusion you control. It's theater. You don't need to feel confident to look confident. And if you look it long enough, you'll start to feel it. But let's be clear. Looking confident isn't just about smiling and standing up straight. That's kid stuff. Machiavelli's next move goes way deeper. If you miss it, your confidence will collapse the second someone tests you. Because trust me, they will test you. And when they do, everything changes. So how do you build confidence that doesn't break under pressure? Here's Machiavelli's first law. Asterisk. Here's the harsh truth. If you wait until you feel confident, you'll never do anything. Ever. Confidence isn't a prerequisite. It's a side effect of action. You know who waits until they feel ready? Losers. People who sit on the sidelines while life gets dominated by the bold. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. Power belongs to those who move first, not the smartest, not the nicest, the fastest. Think about a lion in the wild. Does it hesitate before attacking? Does it say, "Let me wait until I feel brave today"? No, it acts. The kill creates the confidence. Humans aren't any different. You think those confident people you admire were born that way? No, they jumped before they knew how to land. Public speakers who were shaking the first time they stepped on stage. Entrepreneurs who had no clue if their business would work but launched anyway. The courage came first. The confidence came later. So here's the Machiavellian move. Start acting before you feel ready. Walk into the room before you think you belong there. Speak before fear shuts your mouth. Make the first move in negotiations before they even know the game has started. Why does this work? Because perception is reality. When you act, you create a new identity. It's not just for the world, for yourself. Every action you take while afraid kills fear. Every time you show up bold, even when you're shaking inside, your brain says, "Damn, we're doing this now." And that rewires you. Machiavelli wrote, "Fortune favors the bold." He wasn't talking about gambling. He was talking about life. Boldness wins because most people are cowards. Most people wait, and the ones who don't, they run the world. Want proof? Look at politics, business, entertainment. The top players weren't the most qualified. They were the most audacious. They walked into rooms they weren't invited to. They spoke like kings before they wore the crown. And eventually, the crown fit. But here's where most people screw this up. They think acting bold means acting stupid. Wrong. Machiavelli didn't say be reckless. He said be strategic. Move fast, but with purpose. Every bold action should push you closer to power, not drag you into chaos. So ask yourself this. What's one move you've been scared to make? The email, the call, the pitch, the conversation. Do it now, before you feel ready. That's how you steal confidence. Because here's the truth. If you don't act first, someone else will. And when they do, they own the game hand. You'll be stuck clapping from the sidelines. But bold action is only step one. If you can't control the stage once you're in the spotlight, you'll burn out fast. And that's where Machiavelli's second law separates the amateurs from the untouchables. Control the stage or get crushed. Confidence isn't a private feeling, it's a public performance. If law number 1 is about getting on stage, law number 2 is about owning it. Because once you make a bold move, all eyes are on you. And in that moment, you either dominate or you look like an amateur, Machiavelli wrote. Men judge more with their eyes than their hands. Translation: people don't care about your inner thoughts. They care about what they see. Which means confidence isn't about how you feel. It's about how you perform. Here's the truth. In any room, there's always a stage. A job interview, a meeting, first date, even a group chat. And the person who controls that stage, they set the tone. They control the energy, or they decide who matters. So how do you control the stage? First rule: speak less, say more. The loudest person in the room isn't the most powerful, the calmest is. When you talk too much, you look desperate. When you speak slowly with purpose, you look like you've got all the time in the world. That's power. Second rule: own the space. Stop shrinking. Stop hiding in corners. Plant your feet, shoulders back. And when you move, move with intention. No twitching, no fidgeting. Animals sense weakness through movement, so do humans. Third rule: silence is a weapon. Most people can't handle silence. They rush to fill it, spilling secrets and sounding insecure. You let silence work for you. When you pause before answering, you make people lean in. That pause says, I'm in control here. Look at how world leaders operate. They don't rush. They don't over-explain. They let people sweat. That's not an accident, it's theater. And theater wins. Because remember this, the stage isn't just physical, it's digital too. Social media, emails, text messages. Control the tone. Never overshare. Never apologize unless it benefits you. Every word should reinforce your authority. But here's where people fail. They fake confidence for 5 minutes, then crack when pressure hits. The boss challenges them. Someone mocks them in public, they panic. All their confidence evaporates. Machiavelli warned about this. Power is fragile. One wrong reaction, and you lose it all. That's why the next law is brutal but necessary. If someone tests you, if they challenge your confidence, you have 2 options. C, or you SH them completely. Or disappear and make them irrelevant. Nothing in between. Sounds extreme? Good, because Machiavelli wasn't playing nice, and neither should you. Here's law number 3, the rule that separates kings from peasants. Here's the cold reality. The moment you start looking confident, someone will try to take you down. Always. People hate confidence because it exposes their weakness. So they'll test you through insults, jokes, public challenges. And this is where most people fail. They overreact, blow up, look insecure, or worse, they freeze. And suddenly, the confidence you worked so hard to project? Gone. You're exposed. Machiavelli saw this centuries ago. He wrote, "Injuries should be inflicted all at once." Translation: if someone challenges you, you don't negotiate. You don't play nice. You end it. Crush the threat completely or erase it from existence. Nothing in between. Think of it like this. If someone punches you in public, metaphorically or literally, you have 2 choices. Dominate. Hit back so hard no one ever doubts you again. Not physically, strategically. Outwit them. Embarrass them with calm confidence. Turn the entire room against them by staying cool while they lose control. Disappear. Ignore them like they don't exist, not weakly strategically. Smile, turn away, keep talking like their words were a fly buzzing in the background. Why? Because acknowledging them gives them power. Silence kills them. Here's what you don't do. You don't defend. You don't explain. You don't beg for respect. The second you do, you're dead. Machiavelli understood this. Authority isn't asked for, it's imposed. Look at history. Powerful leaders weren't powerful because they never got attacked. They were powerful because they ended threats immediately. Think CEOs firing entire divisions overnight to send a message. Think presidents crushing rivals before they become rivals. It's ruthless, but it works. Now, here's your reality check. You will be tested. Not once. Over and over. The world is full of people who hate boldness because it reminds them they're weak. So when that moment comes, remember Machiavelli's rule: dominate or disappear. There is no third option. Because if you hesitate, if you try to play nice, the stage you fought to own will be taken from you. And the crowd, they'll side with the stronger player every time. Brutal, yes, but this is the price of confidence. You want it to be dangerous? This is what danger feels like. Now you know the 3 laws. But there's one final truth Machiavelli left us. Ignore it, and everything you've learned will collapse. Here's Machiavelli's final warning, the rule that decides if you keep power or lose it all. You've just learned Machiavelli's 3 laws of dangerous confidence. Act before you feel ready. Control the stage. Dominate or disappear when challenged. Follow these, and you'll walk into any room like a storm no one can stop. But here's the final warning Machiavelli would give you. Never let confidence turn into arrogance. Why? Because arrogance blinds you in the moment you stop paying attention. Someone hungrier, bolder, and smarter will take your throne. Confidence isn't about being loud or flashy. It's about control of your words, your moves, your emotions. The second you lose control, you lose power. So, next time you feel fear creeping in, remember this. Confidence isn't a feeling. It's a weapon. And now it's yours. Use it. Steal the spotlight. Take what's yours, because no one's handing it to you. If this video woke something up in you, good, because in the next one, I'm going to show you something even darker. How to make people respect you even when they hate you. It's Machiavelli's master trick, and once you know it, you'll never play the same game again. So subscribe, hit the bell, and remember, this life doesn't reward the timid, it rewards the bold. Be bold, be dangerous. I'll see you in the next one.